Hey guys, I took a bunch of video of this recent refinish I did, so I figure I put them all together and make a YouTube video out of it. All of this was shot vertically, so apologies in advance for the weird crop. I got these tables from Facebook Marketplace and they were pretty beat up. I started by applying stripper to remove the finish. I'm using the QCS stripper from Stripwell. It does such a great job at taking the finish off and not leaving a huge mess. Here I am poking holes in one of the deep gouges. I'm trying to get some steam in them to lift up the wood fibers, but unfortunately, as you'll see, they're a bit too deep, and it wasn't much of a dent, it was more of an actual cut, so it didn't work out too well. I think it might have helped a little bit, but they were just too deep to go away fully. I would have to fill and in paint, which I don't really have the skills for that just yet. The next day I got back to sanding and I wanted to see how far I can get those gouges down without sanding through the veneer. I think I got it pretty good, at least good enough for now, so I got to the rest of the table. I started with 150 grit sandpaper, marked, and then went to 220. I have everything sanded down to 220. It's nice and soft, but I still have some of these water rings. Some water marks here. There's one right here. There's a dark spot here. So I'm gonna try and bleach it out with some oxalic acid. See how it goes. And I'm just applying it to the dark spots. Don't need to bleach everything. Just the dark spots. Let it soak for about 15 minutes. Hopefully it lightens up. If not, we're going to continue to apply. So these spots are pretty tough. What I'm doing now is trying to brush in some more oxalic acid with a wire bristle brush. Really trying to get it in there in the grain. Hopefully lift this up. We'll wait another 15 minutes or so. I worry that these are oil spots, and oil spots will not bleach out. Only water will. For everything else, you need to get the bleaching to stop. So I'm just gonna wipe it down with some water. It's a little bit better. And still a little mark there, so I'm gonna redo that. Seems to be good. Looks like there is some improvement on the stains. They're not all gone, obviously. But I am done for the oxalic acid today. I'm going to do a quick sand, see how it looks, clean up, and call it a day. After a clean, spots are still there, but it's a lot better. The gouges look pretty good too. They're still there, but not nearly as dark as they were yesterday. You still see it just a little bit. It's definitely a lot better than what it was before. So that's it for today. Back to these tables today, and we're getting on to the fun stuff. That is sealing and glazing. I'm gonna let the vinyl sealer dry before I glaze, but I wanted to point out the water rings, they're almost completely disappeared. There's some lighter spots from the bleach, but that's gonna be real easy to mask up with toners. When I get to that point, I'll show you guys. Dark spot, still there slightly, but it's really hard to tell unless you knew it was there. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right. Our next step is to apply the glaze. We're just gonna goop this on. Once I let it set for about 30 minutes, I brushed it with a dry rag, just enough to take the excess off. The glaze has dried overnight, and I'm really liking how it came out. The grain just looks so much deeper and so much more rich. And it's gonna look even better with a seal on a top coat. But before then, we're gonna hit it with a little bit of color. Then seal. and top coat. I scuffed with 320 and sprayed some more. After a handful of layers, it was time to assemble. And lastly, I smoothed the surface with a brown paper bag, something I picked up from Dashner's videos. All done. All in all, I'm pretty happy with how everything came out. The gouges are still there, but they're much harder to see. Same with the water spots and the dark spots. This is definitely the most amount of work I've spent on a piece of furniture or pieces of furniture. And I hope that the next ones don't take so long. I think this one took me about 11 hours total. I do plan on reselling these pieces, and with the material cost and time, I'll probably make about $17 to $18 an hour. But I really do enjoy the process, and it's been a lot of fun working on these, bringing them back to life. Thanks for watching.